Welcome back to Theta Haitana. My name is Abby, and today we're going to be doing the weekly sacral healing tarot pull for the week of September 10th to the 17th. I hope last week was good for you guys. It was definitely good for me. But at the same time, you see how I said last week that the weeks seem to be longer, like they feel longer, like whereas Leo season just felt like every week was just flying by. Yeah, it's a more grounded energy. And right now the moon yesterday moved into, I'm sorry, not the moon. The moon moved into Libra. It's moving into Libra today, but Venus moved into Scorpio yesterday. So we have Jupiter in Scorpio, we have Venus in Scorpio, and I already told ya that in October there's gonna be a Venus in Scorpio retrograde, and I already told ya like 5 million times that Scorpio energy rules the sacral chakra, and that is what these videos are for. So we're gonna talk about it because there's a lot of trauma that's gonna come up. If you haven't been doing the work for the past few months, this is gonna be like it's gonna be a high point. This is gonna be the climax, the climax of the thing. If you have been doing the work, you're going to be seeing a lot of healing take place. Regardless if you've been doing the work or not, you're gonna be seeing a lot of healing take place. It's just that the intensity of that healing will be a little bit, it could be a little bit more intense than it needs to be. And it's already, Venus is already in this pre-shadow phase, so we're gonna be doing a lot. We're gonna be, it's gonna be a thing. I'm definitely looking forward to it. I've been, for the past few, it's so crazy. I've been feeling the Scorpio energy for a hot minute. And one of the things that keeps coming up for the past whole entire month for me, even before that, for the past now 3 weeks, I've been kind of feeling Scorpio energy very heavy. And I always see Scorpio energy coming a mile away before it actually comes. Scorpio moons, everything. And I know there's going to be a Scorpio moon. Right now the moon is moving into Libra, which means that midweek it's going into Scorpio. And then it's going to go into Sagittarius towards the end of the week. So I feel Scorpio energy coming from a mile away. And it's just been so heavy. It's been so heavy. And one of the things that have been coming up for me is one of the goddesses that have been coming up for me was Oya. And it's crazy because I noticed certain things. I was connecting to her energy very deeply, but I was connecting to her without even almost thinking about it. I was just craving something. So one of the things that I was doing, I was eating a lot of tamarindos, and tamarindos are actually associated with Oya. That's one of tamarindo is technically a fruit. It's one of the fruits that you can give as an offering. It's great to work for love, lust, all work. But I was eating tamarindos like I was eating tamarindos like crazy, and I was craving the tartness, I was craving the bitterness, and just like the thing, because I'm Dominican, so I love tamarindos. Like I love all of our like tropical fruits, so I was just craving it. I was like, oh my gosh. But the thing that it does is that it makes my tongue, because I like the sour ones. There's like sweet ones and sour. I like the sour ones. It makes it like my tongue gets like a little, I don't know how to explain that. It's like it gets numb, basically. It basically just gets numb. And then I kind of I can't eat anymore. It's the point. But then I let it heal, and then I have some more, and I just have some more, and I have some more. And I'm like, oh my god, I'm just craving tamarinos. And then it's just been a lot of being by cemeteries when I wasn't even trying to be by cemeteries, and it's just been a lot of Oya energy. It's been a lot of it. Getting caught in the rain. It's been a lot of Oya energy, and I know I'm meant to work with her throughout the season. So I'm looking forward to the journey that will be taking place throughout this time, because I know that like Scorpio season is going to be very transformative. It's always very transformative for me. It's always, again, I've been saying it this whole time, it's either really good sex, or you're gonna find out the truth from left to right. You're gonna have to accept the truth from left to right, and you're gonna have to just like, people are either gonna be leaving you because they're just not meant for you. They're not on that vibration. Like, Scorpio seeks truth above all things, including within yourself. So if you're not aligned with your truth, with the truth, it's a wrap. So this is really coming to a time where we have all this air energy, because Virgo is earth, but it's still air. It's Mercury, Libra, air. And so we go into Scorpio and we're just like, okay, what's up? What's the truth? What we're doing? It's just visually looking for it, but we can see it. And man, it's gonna be something. It's gonna be something very deep. I think I'm gonna just be doing, because literally this whole retrograde season, I've just been doing a lot of ritual work and healing and past life work, where others and everybody else that I've spoken to, everybody else is doing some other thing, whether it's like actual in the physical realm, healing relationships, healing stuff. I've literally been tapping into powers. That's literally what I've been doing. Everybody else has just been doing something else, and I think that's really cool. For the most part, it's super important for us to handle both physical and spiritual, and make sure that you understand where you're at with that as well, because Libra energy, especially because we're Libra moon right now, Libra energy is going to seek balance of both. Don't be too spiritual and not have your physical life in check. That's not what, listen, October's going to be a trip. And for those who asked me, I've gotten a lot of messages about whether I'm going to do a whole chakra breakdown and like healing through them. See, I'm going to do it. The only thing about it is that it's going to take time to put together, because the way I work with my chakras is I do a lot of extensive work. It's not just I'm going to be like, I'm not going to do a video and be like, you need to meditate and then use this crystal. I'm not going to do that, because that's not how I work with my chakras. I do a lot of work with my chakras in a lot of different ways. So in a way, I kind of see it as being a workshop, just because it would include so many things, herbs and chakras, like so many things, like so many things. And it's just a lot of information. So keep an eye out for it. I'm going to try to do it. It's just, it's going to take some time. It's going to take some time. Okay, I'm going to pull one more card, and, okay, and then, yeah, oh, sweet, okay, so, bottom of the deck is the Moon and the Five of Swords. You know, sometimes you just got to come on in here and just laugh. We're going to laugh it out. We're going to laugh it out. Okay, so let's talk about this week. The first two cards are the Seven of Cups and the Three, I'm sorry, the Empress. I'm not surprised about this. I'm not surprised about this at all. We're going to talk about it. I will say that there's going to be a lot of kind of frustration this week. Sexual frustration. Hi, Scorpio. And kind of mental. It's going to intertwine a little bit. Ace of Swords and Five of Wands are the next two cards. The next two cards after that are Temperance and Death in reverse, and we know this is Sag, and we know this is Scorpio in reverse. And then we have the Ten of Swords and the Page of Swords for this spread. So I will say this. I mean, I feel like the intro answered a lot of it. When it comes to this energy with the Seven of Cups and the Empress energy, this is stuff that we want. This is stuff where we want to manifest. This is stuff where we want to be. The Seven of Cups is really getting lost in that Neptune and Pisces like life of, oh my God, can I just get to this level? Can I either get the girl or get to this level? These are the two different things. And so it's very much a frustration. It's a tension, and it's a kind of dreaming it up. It's a manifestation at this point, because we're starting off the week with all this Virgo new moon energy. And so it's a manifestation at this point. We know where we want to be, whether it's for us, we want to be in that Empress vibes, like we just want to be in control and we want to be stable, grounded, balanced, or this is something that we want from someone else. This is some other person that we want. This is another level of ourselves that we want. Whatever the case may be, this is going to be kind of tension, because that manifestation, manifesting that is going to require some patience, is going to require being mentally clear and letting that kind of letting the intention just set and flow through without wanting to just be it in the moment. There's something I read recently, actually, where, oh my god, I wish I could remember the whole entire post. I know it was somebody on Instagram that posted it, which the first line was like, be careful of destination happiness or something like that, where it's like you feel like you need to get to another place to be happy. I sat with that and I was like, whoa, that's powerful. Especially because I'm a Capricorn. We know cardinal signs is always just like trying to achieve something else, but being present and reminding yourself to just be happy, those are Venus vibes. Those are like, yeah, I need to stop trying to go everywhere and just enjoy these grapes. It's really like Venus vibes, and this is kind of what this is about if you're in this place. However, if this is about a person, you are going to be very sexually frustrated this week. I feel this so hard. Okay. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of sexual frustration, but there might be some release coming through with this Ace of Swords from the sexual frustration. And it's something that's not, it's not something that's going to be, let's say, balanced. It's something that's going to kind of come out of nowhere. With death in reverse, this is not something that's necessarily a new beginning, but something that still needs to get worked out from the past. Temperance in reverse just tells me that this is not, it's not balanced at all. It's just not, it's something that's imbalanced. And again, Libra vibes right now, because you know they have in the Rider Waite, it's the scales with temperance. Not the scales, I'm sorry, the cups that are pretty much scales. And so there is an imbalance of emotion, and then there's like a tension. There's tension, there's sexual frustration, there's a lot of mental stimulation and power in regards to how we're thinking about things. And it could just be because we're literally stuck in our minds dreaming about this thing that we want so much, which is causing this kind of imbalance, and then is also costing us to have to kind of go back and readdress it, or it will be readdressed for us, one of the two. But the thing about it is that we're literally just like mentally killing ourselves this week. Like up until the end of the week, we're just gonna be very mentally frustrated, but there will be like a closure towards the end of the week, which is nice. And then we'll have the Page of Swords energy, which is very much a little bit fresher and calmer. Not like the Knight of Swords where he's trying to kill you and just tell you the words that you need to know, but more like calm thoughts. So going from a pressurized kind of tension environment to a more, okay, I have some closure now type of thing. So towards the end of the week, we might be seeing that. And it might be about something that was definitely in the past, because death is moving forward. Death in reverse is not. It's something that needed to get reevaluated, revisited, any of the re's at this point. So we'll be seeing that kind of energy play throughout the week. However, I will say, try to be gentle with yourself, because this energy, we already have a Scorpio moon. Venus is already in Scorpio, and then Jupiter's already in Scorpio. Like, why are you trying to kill yourself? Why? I already know how this is gonna be with me. I already know how this is gonna be with me. But you know what? I'm gonna just be calm and I'm gonna relax. I set the intention to be calm and relaxed for this week, because listen, last thing I need is to be losing my mind. I already have a Gemini moon. I don't need to do that to myself. I see the sexual tension though. It's kind of inevitable. It's just, you can't avoid that. I see the sexual tension though. And sexual tension can actually make you do a lot of crazy shit. But the good thing about having sexual tension is understanding that there's power there. And so the sacral chakra kind of gets really lit up, because is trying to manifest something. Don't forget that when your sacral chakra is blocked, you can't manifest properly. So it's trying. It's like really it's like, ugh, I'm so frustrated. I just want that thing so much. Like all this stuff. But it's like, it's not fully just there yet. It needs to, the situation, whatever it is, needs to get dealt with properly. It needs to get dealt with properly, and it needs to get dealt with, I feel like during the middle of the week, which is when the moon is going to be in Scorpio, there'll be a revisiting of this, and there'll be like either, I don't know, some sort of moment where you'll get to process, you'll really get to like deal with it. Like the Scorpio moon will drag you to the depths of your ocean and will kind of wash you clean, forcefully or willingly. That's up to you. But for the most part, there is kind of an ending happening this week. Oh, that's kind of funny that that's the first card that came out. So being in our feelings this week, for sure. Oh God. Yo, I swear, Mercury don't ever stop. The first two cards of the King of Cups and the Magician. Mercury don't ever stop. I'm telling you, he don't ever stop. It's crazy. I've been doing a lot of work with Alegua, which astrologically is Mercury. So, in Oya, astrologically, it's Scorpio, and I know, but I've been doing a lot of work with Alegua, and he will not forget to remind you that Virgo is still his season, technically, because it's his energy. It just makes me laugh. But with that coming on, with this kind of, again, because it's like we're trying to manifest something, right? And it's like, it's that energy that we're working with. We're working with that Mercury energy. In order to really successfully execute it, we need to be clear. We need to just clean up that space, like clean up, heal that space, focus on what thoughts are blocking that space, why the thoughts we're thinking about in regards to that situation. Are they good? Are they bad? Are they productive? Are they supplying healing to ourselves? So they're supplying healing to the other person or the other party or whatever the case may be. Is it a two-way relationship, or is it that you just want something? Okay. Oh, that's interesting. So, bottom of the deck, 2 of Wands and the Wheel. Okay. I mean, we're gonna start off the week next week in Capricorn, so I'm not surprised. Okay, so the next 2 cards after the Magician are the Queen of Cups and the Page of Pentacles. I'm not surprised about this at all, because that's like Scorpio energy, water energy going with Virgo energy, because the Page of Pentacles is always like Virgo energy for me. Then we have the Page of Swords making an appearance again, and then Temperance not in reverse. Okay, get it. My people who are gonna be in balance, get that balance. However, the next 2 cards after that are gonna be the 9 of Swords and the Fool, and the outcome is a 4 of Pentacles. So if you feel like you are kind of struggling this week, you need to seek balance. Set the intention today, because the next few days the moon's gonna be in Libra, so set the intention for balance. Use that cardinal energy, these Venus cardinal energies, for balance, to balance the heart and the mind, to balance your sacral space, to set these intentions. Go in, affirm it, set these affirmations, do what you need to do to stay clear, but passionate but clear, be clear on what level it is that you're trying to achieve, who you're trying to achieve it with. Whatever it is, send healing to your space, send healing to the person, send healing to the situation. Work with healing. Send that shit. Okay? Send that shit. Send healing to what... There's sometimes like... And this is something I notice all the time when it comes to people. They want to do like... They want to see like, oh, I need a love spell. I need a money spell. I need a whatever spell. Whatever. but they refuse to see it as healing. You need to approach your magic as healing. You need to see and put into your spell work healing. And the reason why you need to do that is because you cannot fix a love situation without healing. If you want your ex-boyfriend back, how are you going to have him back if you don't heal from whatever happened? Or if they don't heal from whatever happened? One of the things I was actually talking about with one of my friends recently is that people love to do this when they sell services online, which is when they put kind of like the reviews and stuff, or where they do reviews for other people. They'll kind of romanticize their experience to the point where it seems like it magically happens out of the blue. And sometimes, yes, it does. You can have a $10,000 check mailed to you, which is totally fine. But do you have a healthy relationship with money? If not, and if you have a negative relationship with money, then whatever spell work needed to do could actually have been fixing your relationship to money before the money could even come in. There's levels to things. There's so many levels. Like even for love spell work, you have to heal energetically when you're doing love spell work. The healing takes place first in healing the situation before these two people come together. If the two people are literally just waiting for each other, then sure, that person will hit you up and slide into your DMs. But if not, healing needs to take place in between time, and it is time to do so. And so when we kind of want to rush and just like, frustrated, I just want it right now, I see everybody else and everybody else, like, again, all these reviews are super misleading because yo, I've had spells like manifest before I even lit the candle, and I've had spells manifest like 2 weeks after. Like I have had spells manifest like right after the candle. Like it takes time though, and understanding that things take time. That's not Saturn. That's not Saturn. Always understand when you're dealing with time and you're thinking about time, and even if you're like, damn, looking at the way and the construct of something that has to do with time, that's Saturn. That is a lesson in the Saturn. Always remember me saying this because it will save you from repeating lessons. Saturn. When you're dealing with that, when you're dealing with time, you need to have patience. You need to have patience. You need to have patience with yourself. You need to have patience with the other person, the other party, whatever the situation is. You need to have patience. It's like it's been planted, but it needs time to grow. It needs to be watered. It needs to be watered. Watered. King of Cups. Watered. Freaking where is that? Because I know the Queen of Cups was on it. Oh no, that was, yeah, Queen of Cups. Watered. It needs to be watered. 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 It needs to be watered. So water even takes time to move. Like it takes time. It takes time. You need to give yourself time. You need to give other people time. You need to not do this. There needs to be a balance. I understand that there's like gonna be a triggering of imbalance this week, and that Scorpio moon is gonna trigger a lot of like stuff, but within that Scorpio moon, you need to seek balance. You need to seek, because that is what you need to do. It's funny, last week, one of my friends who's a Libra, hilarious, we were having this whole entire conversation, and it was interesting because one of the, like, I just got the message. I got the message to tell him this. It was just like, Libra is the love that comes before the storm. The storm being Scorpio. It's the love, it's the balance that comes before the storm. Balance before you go through this transformation. Seek it. Set the intention for it, because once Scorpio comes in, it's like, okay, what is imbalance that I need to clean up here? What is it that I need to sort through, because this is not correct? Let us now dig deep and just explore what is imbalanced. So it's like really like getting all your cups together and be like, okay, you're imbalanced, I don't know how I feel about you, I need to do this better. Okay, if you're honest with yourself, if you're honest with the situation, if you're honest with whatever it is, you'll be able to see what is imbalanced and not. And when Scorpio season and when the Scorpio moon and all these Scorpio placements are in effect in your life, you'll be able to be like, okay, I'm honest with myself. Because again, what did I say at the beginning of the video? Scorpio seeks truth above anything else. And if you're not being truthful to your goddamn self, then it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt a lot. It's really gonna hurt. It's gonna feel so heavy, and you're gonna feel so depressed, and you're gonna feel so frustrated so mentally frustrated. It's going to be so frustrating that you're not going to be able to just like be, and it's not in balance. Instead of being in balance, there's an imbalance of emotional energy, and it's so your rivers doesn't, your water, your ocean is not how it should be. It's drowning you instead of you floating in it. You need to remember it is your ocean to do as you please in this ocean. Okay? Lots of heavy stuff today. Oh my god. Why is this the first card that came out? Somebody comment. Why is this the first card that came out? Okay. Yo, I swear. I just do this for the lulz. I do. Towards the end of the week, there is, again, with that Knave of Swords energy and this Fool energy and then this Four of Pentacles energy, there's kind of like a fresher energy coming through. And then there's something that we're going to be... we're going to hold on to something, but we're going to be a little bit more grounded. We're going to be with our bearings. I mean, don't forget the moon is also going into Sagittarius. Temperance is a card of Sagittarius. It's going to go into Sagittarius this week as well. But by the time I do the reading again next week, it should be about to be or going into Capricorn. And we'll talk about this Four of Pentacles energy, because there's going to be something that we're still grounded in, or what we're grounded in could be a lesson and a new journey that we have ended by releasing all of this stuff, all of this mental activities that we've been doing with ourselves that have been blocking our sacral space, so we can then really just heal ourselves, really focus on doing things better for ourselves, especially with the Sagittarius energy. Yeah, I knew you were gonna come out. Especially with the Sagittarius energy, because Sagittarius is all about learning and understanding, and Jupiter, all these Jupiter vibes. So the oracle cards that came out were Scorpio. Do we need to talk about? No, okay, we don't need to talk about it. Moon. I'm not surprised about that. The moon's gonna be playing a pretty heavy toll. It's gonna be heavy this week. It's gonna be heavy this week. I can't even underplay that. It's gonna be heavy emotionally. Venus is in Scorpio, guys. Okay. I can't sugarcoat this shit. Venus is in Scorpio. Yeah. Next card. Sagittarius. I'm not surprised about this. We got Temperance card twice, and then we have Sagittarius. So I'm not surprised about this at all. With Sagittarius energy, again, just take time to figure out how you can do it better. This is, again, mutable energy, so it works well with Virgo energy in that way, where it's flexible. So be flexible to your changes. Be flexible to it. Be flexible. Next two cards are Capricorn and Neptune. I did say that the moon was gonna... I did say that. With Capricorn, though, I feel like I mentioned Capricorn. I mentioned Capricorn enough in each reading for us to, I feel like, understand what the lessons are with Capricorn, so I'm not going to say it again. Just pay attention to the lesson, pay attention to it, because next week when the moon is in Capricorn, then it's going to be a different ball game. We're starting this week with a cardinal sign, we're starting next week with a cardinal sign. So do the thing for this week, set the intention for this week. So next week we can focus on other stuff. And the last card is Neptune. Illusions, ocean, Neptune rules. What did I say? Focus on your ocean. Focus on your ocean. Okay? I will see you guys next week for the next video. All my links and stuff will be down below. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye.